I am back in my 125i e82. First things first, I got a new camera, so if you notice a difference in quality, let me know. You know, I'm a little bit interested to see how this does turn out. I'm pretty excited to use it too. So I have a little bit of an update for you. Since my last video with my 125, in fact any of my videos, I actually got this 125i tuned. Yeah, so if you know anything about the 1 series sort of chain, the e82 to the e87, then you'll know that the 130i, the model above my one, is pumps out 195 kilowatts. But it has the exact same engine as this car, and this car that I have pumps out 160. So obviously if you buy this car, you're a little bit disappointed that you know the engine can make more power, yet you know it's detuned. So it's, you know, I don't really like the idea of having an engine that can produce as much power as it needs to, yet it is modified for, you know, to be in a certain bracket, you know, for a manufacturer's sort of spec, so they can have more than one model of their car. I much prefer if, you know, if you've got an engine and it can do all these amazing things, let it do all those amazing things at that power, but don't hold it back. So, in saying that, but yeah, so as I said, my 125i usually makes 160 kilowatts, you know, out of the factory. But I had it tuned by Tech Performance. It's a bunch of, it's, at the moment it's just a guy in Sydney who you know, tunes European cars. Does actually most petrol and diesel cars, you know, that you can think of. So he did that for me. Long story short, it went from 160 kilowatts to 211. 211. So now it pumps out more than the 130i anyway. So I gained that extra 35 kilowatts and then gained an extra 13 on top of that. So I'm super stoked with that. I can't thank him enough. He's done amazing things to my car, and I'm super keen to, you know, make more videos about it and show you guys what the 125i can do, being a naturally aspirated 6-cylinder 3-litre engine. So I'm super keen on that front. So yeah, that being said, I'm very happy with how the car's turned out. You know, it's so much more responsive. The RPM's down low in the RPMs, you're getting far more power, so you're getting off the line a lot better. I haven't done a 0 to 100 kilometers an hour test. You know, that's one of the things I will do. But so far, it's so good. I'm more than happy with how this car has turned out. And I cannot thank Joey, I think his name is, in Sydney enough for what he's done for me. Found a semi-cool location, thought I'd get some cinematic-ish shots for you guys, seeing as I don't necessarily do much of that so far, but I'm learning. I've got a new camera, and, you know, I figured with that I will get more into the cinematic sort of beauty shots, and stop sort of, you know, producing less good videos. So let me give you guys the rundown as to how essentially my car ended up getting tuned. So I found this guy online, which is as sketchy as it sounds. Found this guy online and instantly started talking, started trying to figure out, because I'm very interested in, you know, how to get the 125i tuned and how to make it, you know, perform at 100% and even more than that. You know, given being such a nice inline 6 and all that sort of good stuff. in doing that, so I found this guy. He works in Sydney, so I took my originally I took my ECU out of my car, sent it to him, and he couldn't load a bench flash onto my ECU, and which meant he couldn't do the tune. And you know, initially I was like, that's a pretty bummer. You know, I really wanted this thing to happen, and you know, I couldn't get it done. And I thought, you know what, there's other ways I could do it. You know, there are way more expensive routes to do. But at the end of the day, you know, I just couldn't get it done. And out of nowhere, this guy, absolutely genuine guy, flies all the way down from Sydney to Melbourne, meets me at my house, does my tune in the middle of the night. So I've gone to bed, and this guy has gone above and beyond and has, you know, tuned my car throughout the entire night, because the tune he sends off to the UK, so the UK work in the middle of the night for, you know, in comparison to Melbourne. So where he sent it off to the UK, so he's working in the middle of the night. He finishes at like 1 or 2 a.m. I'm not quite sure. I'm well asleep. He does this, so he's flown down from Sydney unexpectedly, done my tune for me on a night that I would have just, you know, I would have just done nothing. He's gone above and beyond, done my tune, and I am absolutely stoked with it. This car has never performed so well in its life. This car is like an absolute rocket ship to how it used to be. You know, the stock 125i is a thrill by all means. It is a thrill, but this thing is just another level. It is above anything I was expecting from a 125i. And you know, so many people on the forums and stuff say, you know, don't get a 125i if you want power, get a 135i, then tune that, you know, save your money sort of thing. But at the same time, if you're a P-plater in Australia like I am, you can't have a 135i, you can't have a 6-cylinder twin turbo engine car, because it's just too powerful. You can't, it's not legally allowed. Like, not unless you go around the back and, you know, you don't register it correctly, or, you know, anything. Beside the point, you can't have it legally in Australia. So I can't go do that. But I'm on my Ps for another 2.5 years, so I don't want to wait 2.5 years to feel more power gain. So what I did is I went and got the tune, and I am beyond impressed with it. I am in love with this car. It is a whole new, it's a different beast. It's an absolute different beast. And I just can't thank him enough. I will link his website down below and his Facebook, because he's the only guy that, to my knowledge, is doing this tune in Australia. So, price. The big thing on the 125i dilemma as to why you shouldn't tune it and why, you know, it's not really worth it is price. You know, traditionally, it's been, if you have a, oh jeez, this is a nice M2. Damn, that guy, I just drove past the guy with an M2, fucking cigars. Anyway, traditionally, why you wouldn't have a 125i tuned is because it was so expensive, because it was $2,500, you know, that sort of ballpark for a measly 30 kilowatts, or so, like something even less than that. It was like 16 kilowatt. I got a quote from a company which I won't name and shame, but it was, they went me from 160 kilowatts to 172 kilowatts for 1.3 grand. 1.3 grand it was gonna cost me to get, you know, 16 kilowatts or whatever I just said. I was shocked. I was like, no way on earth am I ever paying that much. So guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to, you know, update you guys and show you what's been going on with my 125i and what's going to be in store. I've got like some black lines I'm looking at buying, so some retail lights might have started to fog up a little bit on the inside. I noticed today as I was washing it. And yeah, so just another thing I'll go and get. And like, the black lights look amazing, so I'm keen to put them in. Just got to find the time and more importantly, the money to chuck that one in. But that's one thing that's coming. You know, there's a few little bits and pieces here and there. So stay tuned. There's plenty more to come for this car. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. You know, even if you're not, leave a comment. I don't know. Give me some feedback as to what you think you guys might like, and sure enough, I'll try to keep more and more videos coming, because you know what, this YouTube thing is new for me, and I'm kind of excited to just give it a shot. Because you know, at the end of the day, I'm building all these things, and I wanna share that with other people that are like-minded and all that sort of thing. And yeah, YouTube at the moment is just the easiest way for me to kind of find an audience that is into the same things as I am. So like I said, if you liked it, like it. If you don't, all that sort of thing. But the point is, I will see you in the next video. Thanks so much for tuning in. Catch ya.